Hello folks, this is Tom Martin. This is my lottery strategy game, Decoding the Powerball. I'm picking my numbers for the drawing on December 2nd, 2017. I have 7 strategies with my game, Decoding the Powerball. So strategy number 1, the game card color code. Okay, so if you've never seen my videos before, what you're looking at is what I call the game card. This represents all 69 white ball numbers in the Powerball lottery. I really don't have anything for the Powerball itself. My goal is to get all 5 white balls correct and win the $2 million prize with the Power Play option. Okay, so first things first, I'm going to go to the Powerball homepage. And the 5 white winning numbers that came up were the 24, 26, 28, 59, and 63. Again, I really don't care about the Powerball at this time. Okay, so what I do is I take those 5 white winning numbers and I put it at the top of this list, okay? And then I transfer the last 3 drawings of numbers over to the game card as red numbers. Then I do the same thing with orange, green, blue, and purple. Okay, so I have 5 different colors, one to represent each one of the 5 white winning Powerball numbers, okay? So for this drawing here, I got 15 red, 18 orange, 13 green, 9 blue, and 14 purple. Okay, so what this means right here, this 3, this means that this was a 3 color combination. Okay, so you can see that the 24 was blue, the 59 was blue, the 63 was blue, the 26 was orange, and the 28 was red, again for 3 colors total. Okay, so this tells you how many colors have been coming up. Okay, so over here, this 182, this is how many color code drawings I kept track of so far. Okay, so out of this 182, 96 have been a 3 color combination. 68 have been a 4 color combination. 15 have been a 2 color combination. 3 times it's been an all 5 color combination, and never has it been just 1 color. Okay, so again, just looking at this 182, okay, and 96 out of this 182, 96 of them have been a 3 color combination. So what that means is statistically, a 3 color combination comes up to right around more than half the time. Okay, half the time or a little bit more than half the time. Okay, so that's a huge advantage when you're picking your numbers, because basically you just want to pick a 3 color combination mostly all the time. Okay, because more than half the time it's going to be a 3 color combination. Okay, so since hardly ever do all 5 colors come up, okay, it's only come up 3 times out of 182 drawings. Okay, so the strategy is try to guess which one of these colors won't be coming up and eliminate it from this game card. Okay, so for this drawing here, I've been seeing a lot of blue. Okay, especially with the last drawing, it had 3 blue numbers to it. Okay, but just going back through the history, blue just sticks out a lot to me. So I'm going to guess that no blue numbers will be coming up for this drawing. Okay, so I'm going to eliminate the blue numbers off of the game card. So I'm just going to scroll to the right because I have this all set up. Okay, so you can see the blocked out numbers. They were blue numbers. Okay, but when I block out a number like this, this means that I'm not even going to consider picking this number when I'm picking what I believe would be the 5 white winning Powerball numbers. Okay, so again, for the color code, no blue numbers is my pick. Okay, so it's off to the next strategy. Okay, so if I'm correct, okay, and none of these blue numbers come up, I am just one step closer to that $2 million prize. Okay, so again, off to the next strategy. Strategy number 2, the individual numbers. Okay, so what you're looking at here is what I call the individual numbers. Okay, so how this works is the master for all the numbers is up top here. Okay, and over here to the right, these are the numbers that just came up. It was the 24, 26, 28, 59, and 63. Okay, so this is a 3 group combination. Okay, is what that 3 means. So I'm going to reduce this down so you can see the whole card and all the groups. So you know what I'm talking about. Okay, so Here you'll see 7 groups. Okay, the first group holds the numbers 1 through 9. Then the second group holds the teens. Then it's the 20s, 30s, 40s, 50s, and 60s. Again, there's 7 groups here. Okay, so there's only 5 white winning Powerball numbers. Okay, so 2 of these groups won't be able to have a winning Powerball number to it. Okay, so the strategy is try to guess which one of these groups won't have the winning Powerball number to it and eliminate it from the game card. Okay, so for this drawing here, and how I use this, is this big square right here. This is good for 5 drawings, okay? And I like to break things down into 5 because usually it shows me a majority of things, okay? And plus, with the individual numbers, I could go back into time and see how many hits were in this 5 drawing square here, okay? So if there was very little, like right here, okay, you see 2 of them, then I expect to have a lot more on the next 5, okay, and vice versa. So over here, you can see 1 through 9 didn't have very many this last 5 drawings, so I expect a lot more to come up in this next 5 drawings, okay? So, but right now, I want to eliminate numbers, okay? Again, I think it should be easier to eliminate the numbers than actually pick the 5 white winning numbers, okay? So, again, the numbers that I'm going to pick that won't be coming up is the 20 numbers here, okay? And the reason why is just because it's been so hot lately, okay? And through the history of things, it's just been really, really hot. So I just think that it's going to cool down here, and I think there's going to be very few hits within this next 5 drawings. So I'm going to guess that no 20 numbers will be coming up in this drawing. So I'm going to eliminate the 20 numbers off of the game card. Okay, so again, I'm going to scroll to the right because I have the game card all set. Okay, so again, these numbers that are blocked out, these are no blue numbers from the color code, and now no 20 numbers from the individual numbers. Okay, so if I made that pick correct and none of these 20 numbers come up, then I'm one step closer to that $2 million prize. Okay, so I'm off to the next strategy. Strategy number 3, picking the numbers I hope will miss from group 1. Okay, so what you're looking at is what I call my group 1 numbers. Okay, so basically what I did is I took all the numbers and I divided it into 4 different groups, and I put color to these groups, okay? And I keep stats of where the 5 white winning Powerballs land within these groups, okay? So the last drawing, there was 2 in the red, 1 in the blue, 1 in the orange, and 1 in the green. When that happens, I call that a row, okay? So that I can look back in the history and I can see how many rows there have been, okay? So that helps me to predict when there's going to be another row, okay? Or when I don't think there's going to be a row, so I think there's going to be a 0 at some point, okay? So I have 15 of these option cards here, okay? So the strategy is try to guess where these zeros are going to pop up, okay? So if you could accurately predict where 0 is going to be, you could correctly eliminate a bunch of numbers, okay? So for this drawing here, my pick is going to be number 3, no blue numbers, okay? So I think there's going to be a 0 right here, okay? And I'm hoping that none of these numbers will come up, okay? So the reason why I'm picking this is because back a few drawings ago, it went 18 straight consecutive drawings that one of these blue numbers came up, okay? And then it missed once, and then it went 8, and now it's up to 2. So I just think that it's going to miss right here, okay? So I'm going to eliminate these blue numbers off of the game card. Okay, so you can see all those blue numbers are gone here, okay? So you can see that this the 65 and the 25, okay, I want to point those out. Okay, so here you don't see the 25 sticking out here or over here. Okay, so the 25 and 65 share this square right here. Okay, so what that means is what I do is I keep track of groups of numbers. Okay, so within this group in the blue, I keep track of the 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, the 65, and the 67. Okay, so I keep track of 12 numbers here within this group. Okay, and if I don't think that any of these are going to come up, then I'm going to eliminate them all off of the game card. Okay, so why I have these off to the side here is because of the color code. Okay, so like here, the 8 and the 66 share a square as well. Okay, but I need to have some separation because the 6 is green, the 66 is green, and the 8 is red. Okay, so if I want to eliminate red numbers, I'll eliminate the red, but not the green one. Okay, so, but if I eliminate this whole square, then I'm going to eliminate the 8 and the 66 as a group at the same time. Okay, so I hope that clears things up. Okay, so off to my next pick, and that is option card number 4, no orange numbers. So the reason why I'm picking this one is because an orange number has come up 27 drawings in a row. I'll show you what that looks like. Okay. So the record for all 15 of these option cards here is 29. So this is really so close, I just think it's going to miss. Okay. So I'm going to eliminate these orange numbers off of the game card. Okay, so this is what the game card looks like so far. Okay, so if I made that pick correct, okay, and none of those orange numbers come up, then I'm one step closer to that $2 million prize. Okay, so I'm going off to another pick at group 1. Option card number 5, no orange numbers. And the reason why I'm picking this one is because this has hit 19 consecutive drawings in a row where one of these orange numbers have come up, and I just think that it's due to miss. Okay, so I'm hoping that none of these numbers, these orange numbers, will come up, so I'm going to eliminate those off of the game card. Okay, so this is what the game card looks like so far. And again, if I made that pick correct, I'm one step closer to that $2 million prize. Okay, so I'm going to go back to group 1. And my next pick is option card number 7, no green numbers. And the reason why is because this one I set 25 consecutive drawings in a row. Okay, so I just hope that it's due to miss. Okay, so I'm going to eliminate these green numbers off of the game card. Okay, so this is what the game card looks like so far. And again, if I made that pick correct, then I'm one step closer to that $2 million prize. Okay, so hopefully I eliminated all the correct ones, and the 5 white winning Powerball numbers, hopefully they'll land within the numbers that are still alive on this game card here. Okay, so I'm going to go back to group 1. And the next one I'm going to pick is option card number 8, no green numbers. And the reason why I'm picking this one is because every once in a while these zeros will double up, like right here, okay? And I just think that it's a good opportunity for this green to double up, so I don't think any green numbers will be coming up. So I'm going to eliminate these green numbers off of the game card. Okay, so this is what the game card looks like so far. And again, if I made that pick correct and none of those numbers come up, then I'm one step closer to that $2 million prize. Okay, so I'm back to group 1 for one more pick. Last one. Number 9, no green numbers. And the reason why I'm picking this one is because this is the record one, okay, where it came up 29 consecutive drawings in a row. Show you what that looks like, okay. So a miss here, it went 2 and then a miss, and now it's up to 6, okay. So I just think that there's going to be a 0 right here, okay. So I'm going to eliminate all these green numbers off of the game card. Okay, so again, if I made that pick correct and none of those green numbers come up, then I'm one step closer to that $2 million prize. Okay, so I'm done picking from group 1, so I'm off to the next strategy. Strategy number 4, picking the numbers I hope will miss from group 2. Okay, so what you're looking at here is what I call my group 2 numbers. Okay, so much like group 1 where I divided things into 4 different groups, here I divided things into 8 different groups. Okay, so again, there's only 5 white winning Powerball numbers. Okay, so 3 of these groups won't be able to have a winning Powerball number to it. Okay, so the strategy is try to guess which one of these groups won't have the winning Powerball number to it and eliminate it from the game card. Okay, so I'll show you how this works real quick. I'm going to just pump this up a little bit. Okay, and I'm going to point out this red area. So down here in the red, you can see that there's a 0 right here. And that means that none of these red numbers here, none of the 5 white winning Powerball numbers landed in this red area. So I put a 0. And of course, the 2 means that 2 out of the 5 white winning Powerball numbers landed in this red area. Okay, so here's where I keep track of every 5 drawings. Okay, and I do this so it will show me a majority. Okay, so if there's 3 or more zeros or 3 or more misses, I color this whole square blue for code. And you can see that there's 3 hits. So when there's 3 hits in this square, then I color it red for hot. Okay, so eventually I can just go over time and see what's been really hot and cold as a group. Okay, so if it's been red for a long time or hot for a long time, then eventually it's going to turn blue. Okay, if it's been cold for a long time, well, eventually it's going to turn red or hot. Okay, so my first pick here is this option card number 1. No yellow numbers, okay? So here's the stats for yellow. So again, I have 15 of these option cards here for group 2, all right? And I want to point out that you'll see for all 15 of these cards, the red, blue, orange, green, purple, brown, gray, yellow, okay? They all look the same as far as red, blue, orange, green, purple, brown, gray, yellow. Okay, it's just that the numbers that they represent are a little bit different. Okay, so I wanted to mix up these groups of numbers as much as possible to give you as many options as possible to pick the groups that won't be coming up. Okay, so again, my first one is option card number 1, no yellow numbers. So you can see the stats for here. Okay, so you can see that this yellow has been very hot, very hot. So I just think that there's going to be a 0 right here. Okay, so I'm hoping that none of these yellow numbers will be coming up. So I'm going to eliminate these yellow numbers off of the game card. Okay, so you can see the only one left is this 40. As I scroll over, you can see that there's no 40 here anymore. Okay, so I eliminated all those yellow numbers. All right, so this is what the game card looks like so far. So if I made that pick correct, okay, and none of the 5 white winning Powerball numbers land in that yellow area, I'm one step closer to that $2 million prize. Okay, so I'm going to go back to group 2. Okay, my next pick is option card number 4. No green numbers. Okay, so the green is the 29 to the 32 and the 57 to the 60. Okay, so the only one left is this 60. Okay, so I'm going to eliminate that 60 number off of the game card. Okay, so you see no 60. So again, if I made that pick correct and that 60 doesn't come up, then I'm one step closer to the $2 million prize. Okay, so I'm going to keep on going here to option card number 2. My next pick is option card number 7 in group 2. Okay, and no orange numbers. Okay, so here's the orange. And as you can see, it's been really, really hot. And now it's been really cold, and I just think it's going to stay on a cold streak. So I think there's going to be a 0 right here. So that means none of these orange numbers, I hope, will not be coming up. Okay, so I'm going to eliminate those off of the game card. Okay, so this is what the game card looks like so far. Okay, so again, if I made that pick correct, I'm one step closer to that $2 million prize. Okay, so I'm going to go back to group 2. And the next one I'm going to take is option card number 11. No orange numbers. Okay, so here's the orange. And I'll show you the stats. Okay, so you can see they got wicked hot through here. Okay. And now I just think it's going to cool off, so I think there's going to be a 0 right here. So I'm going to eliminate the orange numbers off of the game card. Okay, so this is what the game card looks like so far. And again, if I made that pick correct, I'm one step closer to that $2 million prize. Okay, so I'm going to go back to group 2. And my next pick is option card number 12. No gray numbers. Okay, so here's the stats for gray. As I fall them down, it got a little hot right through here. Okay, so I just think that there's going to be a 0 right here. So I'm going to eliminate the gray numbers off of the game card. Okay, so this is what the game card looks like so far. Okay, so if I made that pick correct, okay, I'm one step closer to that $2 million prize. Okay, so I'm going to go back to group 2. And the next one I'm going to take is option card 14. No gray numbers. So here's the gray. So I follow it down. You can see it got pretty hot. Okay, real hot. So I just think it's going to cool off, and I think there's going to be a 0 right here. Okay, so I'm going to eliminate the gray numbers off of the game card. Okay, so this is what the game card looks like so far. Okay, so again, if I made that pick correct, I'm one step closer to that $2 million prize. Okay, so going back for one last one. Option card number 15, no red numbers. Okay, so here's the stats for the red. As I go down, you can see that it got pretty hot. Now it's starting to cool off, so I think there's going to be another 0 right here. So I'm going to eliminate the red numbers off of the game card. Okay, so you can see that I got it right down to 5 numbers here. Okay, so the numbers that I'm going to pick for this drawing are the 7, 13, 42, 46, and 52. Okay, so as I look at this, you can see that it's purple, 7 purple, 13 red, 42 green, 46 red, 52 purple, and that will give me a 3-color combination that comes up more than half the time. Okay, so I am going to pick out, show you the next strategy. Strategy number 5, the 50-50 picks. Okay, so what you're looking at here is what I call the 50-50 picks. Okay, so again, there's only 5 white winning Powerball numbers. Okay, so there's going to be a majority of numbers of either to the odds or the evens. Okay, so there's going to be a majority of odd numbers or even numbers, or numbers to the high side or to the low side, or numbers to the left side or to the right side. There's always going to be a majority. Okay, because there's only 5. All right, so what I do here is so far out of 225 drawings, okay, and this is since October 7th, 2015. That's when the Powerball lottery went from 59 numbers to 69 white ball numbers, okay? So out of this 225, 111 drawings have been the majority of odd numbers. 114 drawings have been the majority of even numbers, okay? So not that this matters for this drawing here, but what does matter is this is what I have for the Powerball itself, okay? So this is for the red number, okay? So there's only 26 total red numbers here, okay? So in this column here to the left, a blue number means that it's low, 1 to 13, and a red number means that it's high, 14 to 26. And over in this column, red means that it's an odd number, and blue means it's an even number, okay? So by doing it this way, I'm able to look at it and try to predict which is going to be the bold color here. Okay, so for me, I think that this is going to be a blue number right here. Okay, and I think that this is going to be red. Okay, so that means that I think it's going to be a low odd number for the Powerball. Okay, so again, I'm going to go back to the game card, and the numbers that I'm going to go with for this drawing are 7, 13, 42, 46, and 52. All right, folks, I appreciate you watching. I'm always looking for people to play my game, okay? So instead of charging a fee to play, I like to charge a commission for using my system. 1% if you get all 5 white balls correct. You can read the fine print, and you can email me at trm6776@gmail.com. And what I'll do is I will email you a link to my game, and then you can pick the numbers yourself that you don't think will be coming up, and then you can narrow it down to what you think will be the 5 white winning Powerball numbers. Okay, so you can also visit my website at www.patreon.com/Decoding the Powerball. Okay, folks, again, I really appreciate you watching, and best of luck with your picks.